Hello friends and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, I will show you how you can create the animated text shine effect just in Adobe Photoshop. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Requesting all units backup. Send everyone you got.
Okay, I have this text in Adobe Photoshop and I have applied a Chrome style into it. For that, you can go to the window menu and there you can click the styles to open the styles panel. And here I have this Chrome styles downloaded, small Chrome metal layer styles. You can Google them if you want, or even you can Google gold layer styles or etc. according to your choice. So after applying the layer style, I will create a new layer by going to the layers panel and clicking this create new layer icon, and it will create a new layer. We will name this layer shine. The caps lock is on, so we will name this shine, and then we will switch to the gradient tool by pressing G on our keyboard. So I will switch to the gradient tool, which resides in the same group where there is paint bucket tool along with the 3D material drop tool, but we will choose the gradient tool. And next thing, we have to make sure there is a white to transparent gradient selected. If you have something else in the options bar, then you have to press D for setting the default colors as your foreground and background. Then you can click here or press X to switch the background and foreground colors. Then we have to click this little arrow, and under the basic category, make sure the second one, white to transparent, is selected. Now we have our desired gradient. The next option is reflected gradient. Make sure this one is selected. Now we are all set, and now we have to drag somewhere on this new layer. By holding down Shift, I will drag a little bit, so I'll have this shine effect. I will press Ctrl Z to undo the move, as the text has layer styles applied to it. But if you're using simple text, then you don't have to do this step. You have to right click, then click Rasterize Layer Style. It will merge all those layer styles into the text layer, but the text is no longer editable. So if you want to keep the text editable, make sure you duplicate that first by pressing Ctrl J. So now we can clip this above layer with the text layer. By pressing Ctrl Alt G on our keyboard, we can clip this layer with the text layer. Now with the move tool, if I move this shine, you can see it's going through text. Now we have to animate this. For that, we can go to the window menu and click timeline. This will open the timeline. Now we will create video timeline by clicking that button and convert it to the frame animation by clicking this small icon. Okay, here we are. Make sure where it says 5.1 second, set it to something lower, like I think 1 second is enough. Then we will create duplicate frame by clicking this button. It created a duplicate frame from this previous frame. Now when the move tool is selected, we will move the shine all the way towards the right so it is off screen. Now we have to click this twins animation frame. We will click this, and in the frame to add, you can type 25 to 30 according to the frames you want for the animation. I will type here 30 and I will click OK. This created all the twins for the animations, but here is the problem. All of the frames are set to 1 second, meaning the animation will wait 1 second on each frame. We have to fix this. Here's how. Let's scroll to the start. Then you have to click the second frame and scroll to the end and click on the last frame. All of the frames are selected. Now we can change the timing to no delay, so the animation goes through smoothly. This has changed all the frames. Now if we play it by clicking this play button, you see the animation is going okay. It waits at the start for 1 second, then it goes by. Now you can create this into a video or a GIF. Here's how. If you want to create it into a GIF, first we will stop this animation by clicking the stop button. Then you can press Ctrl-Alt-Shift-S to export this as a web GIF, or you can go to the File menu and here on the Export menu, click Save for Web. You can see the shortcut key is Alt-Shift-Ctrl-S. So this will open this dialog box where you can choose between the GIF and PNG. Remember, PNG is only transparent but not animated. So we have to choose GIF here. Now the GIF is selected. You can resize the output GIF. I will recommend resizing it because if I export it in this size, it will be a more larger file in MBs. So we can resize it to say 400 by 225 and then we can click this save button. It will ask for the location and where do you want to save this GIF file. I will click the desktop and name this animated-text. Then make sure in the format it says images only because I don't want an HTML file along with it. But if you want, you can choose HTML and images as well. So for the time being, I will choose images only and click this save button. It will export the GIF file, animated GIF file. Or if you want to make a video of this file, you can click this little arrow on the timeline, or you can go to the File menu and in the Export you can click Render Video, and in the next dialog box here you can specify a location on where to save the animated video and the name of the video, animated-text, and then we will click this render button. It will create an MP4 video. So now you have seen how you can create both animated GIFs and MP4 video. Let's see another sample. I will press Ctrl+N for the new document and in the resolution, this time I will type 500 by 500. Click Create and here we can type any text by pressing T and entering the text, changing the text color to something like black, increasing the font by pressing Ctrl+T, and then setting the background color to something like black by pressing Alt backspace. I filled the black, which was my foreground color, and the text is now invisible, but I can fill the text with a white color by pressing Alt backspace. Now I can create a new layer. Press G to select the gradient tool, and this time selecting this gradient, but I will click here on the gradient this time, and on the left icon double click to open the color picker. This time I will select a red color, click OK twice. So now I have red to transparent. Now with the gradient tool I will draw on my file, move it aside, press Ctrl-Alt-G to clip this layer with the layer down below and create video timeline. Go to the create frame animation, set the time of this from 5 seconds to 1 second. Create a duplicate frame. We can move that shine from left to right. Okay, now we can click this tween animation and add 30 frames here and click OK. This is almost set to 1 second every frame once again, so I will select all these frames and set their time to no delay. Play this animation. So here it is. You can export it the same way I have just told you. So if you like today's video, make sure you are a subscriber of Odash. I will see you in next video.